Once again, a high-ranking Russian official issued a chilling warning that World War III has started and the world is racing toward a nuclear war. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev said the four horsemen of the apocalypse are already riding across the world. He also said, our only hope is Almighty God. Doc Burkhart and I have a full rundown of the biggest news stories in the world.
President Joe Biden announced this week that his administration was sending long-range missiles to Ukraine.
Это не прогнозы, это то, что уже случилось. К этому можно по-разному относиться. Можно считать, что всадники апокалипсиса уже в пути. И вся надежда только на Господа Бога, на Всевышнего.
Они будут поставляться, из этого мы будем делать соответствующие выводы, применять свои средства поражения, которых у нас достаточно, для того, чтобы наносить такой удары по тем объектам, по которым мы пока не наносим.
On June 13th, Ukraine unleashed a torrent of bombing all over Donetsk, killing 6 civilians, including 1 child, and injuring tens more. The Ukrainian shelling began in the morning, resumed in the afternoon, and continued heavily for another 2 hours in the evening, a deafening series of blasts throughout the city, terrorizing residents, targeting apartment buildings, civilian infrastructure, industrial buildings, a gas station, hospitals, schools, and a kindergarten. Locals say this was some of the heaviest bombing of Donetsk since 2014. The DPR's Ministry of Foreign Affairs reported such an unprecedented in terms of power, density, and duration of fire raid on the DPR capital was not recorded during the entire period of the armed conflict. One of the hospitals targeted was a busy maternity hospital with dozens of patients inside. Thankfully, the woman had taken shelter in the basement earlier when the shelling had started, so none of the women were killed, as they might have been if they had been in the delivery, gynecology, or other top-floor departments.
And as we can see, the Russians still don't have any option, any way how they can reduce all this danger, all this situation. They just can't push Ukrainians from Avdiivka, from Krasnogorovka, from Pesky, from Marinka. This area is the most fortified in the Ukrainian situation, in the Ukrainian conflict.
Now we have the new narrative shift, which we heard from the Biden White House, we heard from Stoltenberg just the other day, and now we're hearing from this guy, Cal. The narrative shift is, let's get whatever weapons into Ukraine that we can get in there that can inflict serious damage to Russia, to Donetsk, perhaps embarrass the Putin regime, perhaps sow distrust, sow doubts in the Russian public, do whatever damage we can to the Russian military so that when we get to the negotiating table, when Zelensky can negotiate, he has some leverage over Russia and over Putin.
А вообще по поводу отношений с Великобританией сейчас, да, они, ну, сказать, что они плохие, это, конечно, мягко сказано.
Да, вы знаете, по-моему, там уже нет никакого поля для маневра в этих отношениях.
А как вы...
Потому что и Джонсон, и Трасс заявляют публично, мы должны победить Россию, мы должны поставить Россию на колени. Ну давайте, ставьте.
А как вы видите Великобританию сейчас? Как Москва видит?
Ну, страна, которая пытается в очередной раз принести в жертву интересы своего народа амбициям политиков, которые думают только о следующих выборах и больше ни о чем.